July 18th, 2019. It's 29 years and 3 weeks and 1 day since I masturbated, had an affair. This next slogan is similar to the last slogan that we studied in the last video. The last one was keep it simple. And next one is first things first. For me, I get overwhelmed with just the work I have to do. And so I remember 3 things. First things first, keep it simple, and easy does it. Those 3 slogans help me get through my work day, because otherwise I start to feel anxious. And when I start to feel anxious, what my old thing was that I used to go to when I was from 16 years old to 35 years old is I would go to masturbation, and that would just calm me down. Just only take 5-10 minutes, and that neurochemistry would be released in my brain, and I go on my work kind of dulled out. I didn't know I was dulling my feelings. I didn't know I was killing myself emotionally and not making myself present to other people. It was just relaxed me. But the way to stop that situation before I get to it is to, keep it simple and keep first things first. And once again, first things first for me is that my sobriety has to come first. I don't let things get in the way of me going to meetings, several times a day for 15 minutes at Act Recovery. Nothing gets in the way of that. I center my life around that. I had an old priest for 13 years. He was a Catholic priest. He died 2 months short of 100 years old. And he prayed 5 times a day, 7 days a week for 64 years. And I'm not selling Catholicism. But what I did notice about him is he was very peaceful. He was very serene, almost imperturbable. Yet he was very much in touch with his feelings. And I recognized that was because he sat in some meditation 5 times a day. And so I learned that from him. So nothing gets in the way of that. I keep it simple, but I keep first things first. My recovery is first. When I do my business, what I do is on Monday mornings, my wife and I, we have a list that we have the worst things we don't want to do, all the sniggling details that they just make us irritated, and we do that Monday morning. We even play a song by the Mamas and Papas, Monday, Monday, can't stand that day, Monday. And we play this song to kind of get us through the very difficult things. So first things first, we get that done. And then the rest of the week is easy. You start with the hard things and the things get easier. So first things first, the sobriety comes first. And then I make a list of the things that have to be done first. What's the most important thing that has to be done? Is it the rent? Is it buying food? Is it taking my wife to the doctor so that she can get, OBGYN for our new baby that's coming in 51 days? What's important here? Do I need to make a return phone call to a sponsee who's in trouble or, confused and flailing about and acting out? So keeping it first things first and keeping it simple makes it life anxiousless, not anxiousless, but it dumbs down the anxiousness, which was a real driving force behind me acting out. And now, don't need to do that for 19 years and 3 weeks and a day. And just for today, I'll probably make it to 12:01 tonight. Thanks.